In the Dauladar mountains, the Batra family lived peacefully. The father, Girdhari Lal, would often tell stories to his sons. Every night, Vikram would ask his father to tell him a story. All right, beta. Chandrasekhar Azad fought with great courage for our country's freedom. Bhagat Singh was a brave revolutionary who inspired many. Their stories of sacrifice will always guide you.
The twins studied at Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School and later at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Palampur, where Vikram excelled in studies and sports.
Commissioned as a lieutenant in the Indian Army, Vikram joined the 13th Jammu and Kashmir Rifles and was posted to Sopore in Kashmir. After 3 months, he was sent to the infantry school MHOW for his YO's Young Officers course, where he obtained an Alpha A grading, and then to Belgaum for the commando course. And here too, he got an instructor's grading. Good work, soldier. You've earned it. Thank you, sir.
I still remember that Holi. This is the best Holi ever!
Come back soon, my son.
I will, Ma. Meanwhile, peace talks were underway. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's bus journey to Lahore raised hopes, but Pakistan had other plans.
The snowy peaks and high passes of Kargil became the battlefield where young Indian officers would write history with their blood.
Occupy the heights. Operation Badr begins.
In early May 1999, under General Musharraf's orders, occupying strategic heights in Kargil.
By early May 1999, the situation in the Kargil sector had dramatically changed. Across the line of command control and no longer AMS. Having consolidated their positions, Pakistan now effectively dominated the Srinagar-Leh highway. From fortified heights, they could target movement along the highway. The highway had become a target. Vikram too reached the Kargil area along with the rest of his battalion. The Indian army was preparing to throw out the Pakistani intruders.
The situation and position
Officers. He briefed them on Pakistan's aim and what they would require to do to throw them out.
Well, guys, now that we are here, we will fight. The man was dead.
However, on 14 June, the brigade commander changed his orders and decided to employ 13 Jack Riff.
The top brass wants totaling cleared at the earliest.
4 multi-barrel launchers were placed along the Srinagar-Leh axis to cover the assault on PT 5140, and the engineers were tasked to create the gun positions. The Pakistani positions at PT 5140 and nearby peaks Under RT support, Indian troops launched attacks near the Tololing sector and cleared many Pakistani posts. This would facilitate the assault on PT 5140. On 16 June, Vikram Batra was promoted to the rank of captain, a field promotion. On that day, he wrote a letter to his brother Vishal from Dras. He had at this time just 18 months service.
13 Jack Riff was tasked to capture PT 5140. It was imperative for the Indian army to capture this point at the earliest. Troops Pakis are mid-top crack. But let's see.
Officers of 13 Jack Riff discussed plans to capture 5140 and surrounding areas.
Gentlemen, PT 5140 is our primary target, but to get there, we need to clear its adjacent features.
Agreed. Flank security is critical. Soon after, Vikram led his troops for the attack.
This way, men. Keep moving. We have to reach our objective quickly. Move it.
Shortly afterwards,
Split up from here. Team A with me and Team B that's Boris Aswad. I will flank front lefty. Let's go!
up the rocky knob, the Pakistanis were busy observing Indian positions elsewhere.
Those infidels think they can defeat us. We will kill them. Our jihad is on.
Killing 2 Pakistani soldiers instantly. The firefight raged.
There, get the mark! Yeah! Quick, Ahmed! To your positions! The Kafirs are attacking us! Ah!
The Pakistanis were swift in their response and they opened up with their machine guns.
Die, you infidels!
Indian troops lobbed grenades down.
Here is a grenade for breakfast! Haha! Got him! Let's move!
The enemy machine gun was destroyed. More Indian troops began reaching the battle area.
Need reinforcements immediately! Infidels are almost here! Boss, fast. Warrior is in position, ready and set.
Damn it, the Pakis are still offering resistance. That bunker needs to be taken out. I've radioed for rocket launchers. They should be here shortly.
And took care of the Pakistani machine gun post.
Come on, man! Quickly! Let's go! Push forward! Charge! Don't stop!
More troops arrived on the scene equipped with more rocket launchers. The Pakistanis were being pushed back as they suffered heavy losses.
Curses! The infidels are closing! Janab! Where is our reinforcement? Forget it! We are out!
Elsewhere, the Pakis are holed up over there. They are dug in deep.
Don't worry, I know what to do.
Vikram prepared a grenade.
Take this, you!
The grenade found its mark.
Seeing the destruction of their position, Pakistani troops decided to flee the battlefield.
Let's get out of here!
But they were all cut down by the firing of the Indian soldiers.
Following the capture of Rocky Knob by 13 Jack Riff, the target of PT-5140 was in clear sight. Plenty of weapons and ammunition were captured which would be used in further actions against the Pakis.
With the surrounding features of 5140 firmly under Indian control,
The troops' success at Rocky Knob, our highest peak, PT-5140. Don't worry, sir. We are going to do our best. Jai Hind, sir.
The enemy at PT-5140 had brought down an Indian helicopter with a Stinger missile.
Bravo 1 for Bravo 15. We have noted the coordinates for target. Target. Heading back. Roger.
More reconnaissance was done to ascertain the best route for the assault on the peak.
just before the attack, Bofors opened up, pounding the Pakistani positions.
Bravo Company was commanded by Capt. SS Jamwal and Delta Company by Captain Vikram Batra. On 19 June, both company commanders received their final reconnaissance of the slopes leading to PT 5140.
Jamwal's success signal on the radio was "Oh yeah yeah," and Vikram Batra's was "Dil Maange more."
Both officers were aware that the sun lights up the mountaintops first and that they had to therefore capture their objectives before dawn. When daylight faded on the evening of 19 June, the companies began their climb towards their objectives on P-5140. The objective had 2 bunkers on top and 5 on the eastern slope. When daylight faded on the evening of 19 June, the companies began their climb towards their objectives on P-5140. The Pakistanis were frequently launching flares.
The troops quickly got into cover.
Are they planning to create day?
After a tough climb of 17,000 feet in total darkness and evading detection, troops of 13 Jack Riff reached near the top of Pet 40. There, sir. Those bunkers are the target. Okay, we move silently. The other group will be on the objective shortly.
But the enemy got to know. Welcome, Sher Shah. Await your death. We will see who lives and who dies. You. Sher Shah is on his way. We must deal with him once and for all. Damn it, now they are expecting us. Let's not keep them waiting. All right, team, let's move out now.
At 3.15, both companies had reached close to their objectives. The sun would rise at 4th and Anna left to complete the operation. Despite the enemy knowing of his arrival,
The young captain lead the assault.
This way, man!
Versus we are being outflanked by the infidels.
Curses, we are being outflanked by the infidels! They're flanking us! Fall back! Hold the line! Fire back!
Indian troops were fully prepared with RPGs and rocket launchers. They fired at Pakistani position in support of the advancing troops.
Fortified Pakistani bunkers were destroyed. Fighting raged. More enemy bunkers were destroyed.
both company commanders asked for artillery fire to continue till there were 100 bunkers.
We have dead weight!
But the enemy was intercepted by Vikram.
Curse those infidels! He have to abolish!
The young captain lead the assault.
Take this, you!
Vikram further motivated his troops.
Come on, keep moving, we are almost there!
The Pakistanis at PT 140 were being gradually taken out.
There they are! Get her! Curses! We are surrounded and trapped! They're closing in! Fire back! We need to break through! Hold the line! Don't give up!
The young captain was in the thick of the action.
Subsequently, all the Pakistani bunkers were destroyed and all the intruders killed.
Vikram Sahib, here is their commander.
Wasn't he the one who was threatening us?
Yes, stay sharp, there may be more.
Captain Jamwal's company had captured their objective by
Sir, the sun is about to rise. We should send the message.
Right, absolutely.
The sun was just lighting up the mountain tops. Vikram Batra radioed his success with
Dil Maange!
a cheer went up from the brigade headquarters, who were following the progress of the battle on the radio. What was exceptionally good was that the companies suffered no casualties. The capture of PT 5140 turned the tide of the battle in the Dras sector. After its capture, helicopters could land at Tololing Top.
13 Jack Riff were de-inducted from Dras to Gumri for rest and recuperation. From here, Vikram spoke on satellite phone to his parents, telling them of his success.
The period of rest was cut short, and after 4 days, the battalion was moved to the Mushko Valley for the capture of PT 4875 on 30th June 1999.
Photographs of Vikram Batra and his men with a huge haul of weapons and ammunition and the national flag flying on top of Tricolour papers together with his slogan, Yeh
PT 4875 was a feature of strategic importance. It dominated a stretch of the National Highway 1A for 30 to 40 km from Dras to Matayan. Lieutenant Colonel Joshi and Alpha Company Commander Vijay Bhaskar climbed to a vantage point for their initial recce and formulation of the attack plan. A discussion of the plan took place at the brigade headquarters. It was attended by the division commander Majgen Mohinder Puri, the brigade commander Brig Kakar, and the commanding officer Lieutenant Colonel Joshi.
Vikram Batra wrote home to his parents. Dearest Mom and Dad, I am fine here by the grace of God Almighty. I had come down from top for rest and recuperation, but I moo pray for the success of my next operation.
Before leaving for the attack, Vikram was interviewed on TV. His father was watching from hundreds of miles away. The TV commentator asked him,
The government is doing well with the supply of fishery.
Vikram's father was watching the show. Reading the expression on his son's face, his heart sank. He turned his face away from the TV and broke down.
On 4 July, the company commanders marched Gurpreet Singh, and at 8 began the climb towards their objective. The night was pitch dark, and the gradient very steep. Bofors opened up in support of the advancing troops, commencing at 1800 hours, 6 p.m. on 4 July. Even the MBRLs began targeting simultaneously enemy positions atop PT-85. The advance was going well but got held up as they neared the Pakistani position 200 meters short of their objective. The companies came under heavy fire.
The companies deployed their automatics and commenced firing at 4:30 hours. Sir, we are unable to move due to very effective fire, and our attack is in danger of being stalled.
The enemy continued to bring very effective fire on the companies. It was daylight now and very little cover. The company commanders spoke to the commanding officer, Tricolour Joshi.
They were both direct hits, and the enemy was seen fleeing from the bunker. The troops of 13 Jacques Lee proceeded further.
There they are! Get them! Ah!
The troops of 13 Jacques Lee proceeded further.
There they are! Get them!
The last Pakistani soldier fell to Vikram's bullets.
On 4 July 1999, most of PT had taken their positions in the area, and the T-25 had more bunkers in depth.
On 5 July, close recce of the enemy revealed that they had occupied a long and narrow ridge with several sangars echeloned one behind the other.
But 13 Jacques Riff was lying in wait for the Paki attack.
After reaching the battle zone, Vikram plunged into action with guns blazing.
And reached closer to the enemy.
Quick! Give covering fire to Vikram Saab!
Vikram spotted the machine gun, which was holding up Alpha and Charlie companies, and ran from the shelter of one rock to another, despite defying fire.
But a grenade exploded near Vikram, knocking him down.
This is what I was trying to do! Ah!
But this did not deter him, and he kept advancing. Elsewhere, the rest of the troops pushed the Pakistanis back.
What are you doing here? Why have you come back?
The Kafirs have thrown us out. Sher Shah is here. If you want Nishane, get him! We'll not leave without a fight!
Vikram closed in on the bunker, lobbed a hand grenade into it, and destroyed it. He also cleared a Pakistani machine gun post. Leading from the front, he ran on towards the next bunker, and the next, killing the occupants with his AK-7. Vikram had killed 5 Pakistani soldiers, but now he was outnumbered and was involved in a hand-to-hand fight. Notwithstanding that he was outnumbered, he killed 2 more by shooting them with his AK-47. He was, however, shot in the chest at close quarters. And a grenade was also hurled at him, which exploded, instantly killing him.
Enraged by the death of their officer, troops of 13 Jacques Riff charged at the enemy.
All the Pakistani bunkers on the ridge were systematically destroyed.
Take no prisoners! Destroy them all!
Eventually, PT simultaneously and counter-destroyed. The Pakistani gun were destroyed, and balls Sanya fight the Strali killed their flying destroying.
All obstacles to the movement on the road and in the air by helicopters was cleared. War was a war where young officers of the Indian Army were in their element. In no previous war had Jwan gladiators. Most impressive amongst all of them was Captain Vikram Batra.
Captain Vikram Batra's body was flown to Palampur, where a crowd of almost 25,000 people had gathered from Palampur and neighboring towns to mourn the death of their young hero.
Roll of Honor. For its outstanding performance in the Kargil operations, 13 Jammu and Kashmir Rifles received 2 Paramvir Chakra, 6 Veer Chakra and 18 Sena Medal.